Hey guys, it's Retro. I want to do a video on Simulacrum tips and what really helped me get my first 2 points playing as a monk. If you're watching this video, I probably don't need to explain why you should run it and all the benefits with farming, but essentially it's the hardest content in the game and it's going to give you the most rewards. So why is Simulacrum so hard? They constantly stun you, they stack ailment threshold. We can't use our Herald of Ice to shatter and make explosions because they don't have physical bodies. Also, bosses can one-shot you. Here are my tips on what helped me. So what you're going to want to do is get a lot of area of effect. The first thing I would do is drop Ice Strike. Ice Strike is just too slow. It doesn't have any AoE now. It doesn't have much range. A good skill to replace it with is Storm Wave. We want to use the Upheaval support gem. This is going to give us 2 additional fissures. We can slam magnified effect on it as well for even more AoE, but it's probably not needed. Just put some damage supports on. You will be good basically. So we are constantly freezing the monsters, keeping our distance since we don't need to be up close anymore. Then we can actually see what the delirium bosses do, and it's actually really easy to dodge them now. You might not be able to beat them on your first try, but hopefully it clicks and you can get this done fast. But moving on to the next tip, Herald of Ash is really nice to put on as it's going to give us small explosions back, and it's going to help with our AoE and clear speed. You should have enough strength for a level 5 Ash, and you can also put Fire Mastery in it too. So the next question is how do we fix getting stunned? So jewels play a huge role in helping our stun. This jewel I got, it's far from perfect, but gaining 9% of energy shield as additional stun threshold is huge. If you put on like 2 of them, it should feel a lot better in your Simulacrum, especially if you're full energy shield build. Also, increased ES is going to help a lot. The more energy shield, the better. Some passives to look at if you're willing to spare some points. We can take Briny Carapace. This will give us 60% extra stun threshold when getting hit recently, so we can just dodge roll out of a pack and just not get overwhelmed and just die. This is a great node to get. Next, we're moving on to some gear that can help. I haven't tested Headhunter, but there's actually a bug that up to round 11, they can't hurt you. And with some extra modifiers from rare monsters, people are saying it's easy. I'm sure Grinding Gear Games is probably going to fix the bug at some point. I'm sure they're aware of it. So just go abuse it while you guys can. Next up is the 3 Dragons helmet. I found in Reddit that people are having an easier time using it while using Headhunter together. I haven't tried myself yet because of my res and just dropping Ingenuity. It hurts a lot. And also my energy shield is low. This might just be for people who aren't Chaos Inoculation. You want to use Meditate every round to also have double your energy shield, so don't forget to do this. I forget all the time and it leads to me dying because sometimes Grim Feast just can't keep up sometimes. So I want to talk more about the general guide and the rules of Simulacrum that can help you and just give you guys some extra tips. So the first rule is to just never stand still. You always want to move and just avoid getting surrounded or caught in melee range. Simulacrums emphasize on the weakness of melee builds, so being a range or having more of a mobile option is just more effective. Next up is monsters in Simulacrum leap, slam, or rush at you, so keeping distance and circling them while attacking is key. Be ready to disengage if overwhelmed. Rare monsters are especially dangerous due to their modifiers, so focus on them with caution. Next up is when bosses spawn, immediately shift to focus on them. Rare monsters can wait. Bosses are a bigger threat, especially in their first few seconds of activity. If both bosses spawn simultaneously, prioritize Kosis over Omniphobia. Kosis is just more aggressive and dangerous. Omniphobia, it winds up slower attacks, making them slightly easier to handle as long as you avoid big hits. Crowd control, it's highly effective on bosses, so once the bosses are down, clean up the remaining monsters in the wave. Some additional tips: keep in mind that Simulacrum rewards are tied to wave completion, not monster drops. Focus on survival and wave clearing. Next up is just avoid rushing. You don't need top tier speed here. Success is all about survivability and positioning. So that's really about it for this small guide. I want to know in the comments what you guys have played with and what helped you the most. I know most of you probably haven't cleared it, even though your Ice Strike damage is amazing and can clear T4 Zesht. I do think Simulacrum is a bit overtuned in my opinion. I feel like it should be a lot easier to clear the first 2 levels, then be extremely hard so more people don't waste their Simulacrum right away and can just enjoy a little bit of a juicier mechanic. That's my opinion. But yes, throw your setup in the comments on what's working for you guys. I'd love to know. I'll definitely give you guys credit for it if it happens to be in my next video. I hope this helps you get your first 2 points. I'm going to start working on getting my next ones and actually get a build guide going for Storm Wave. I've been just messing around for fun, and like the first time I did the Simulacrum, I did it with an unoptimized setup because I've never messed with Storm Wave, but I cleared it and dropped a 14 Divine Mana Flask, which is just crazy. But that's about it. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.